Every now and then, after you've seen all the movie clones, the cash hoarding money sequels, and plain trash tier movies, you'll find that one movie that, isn't the best, isn't the worst, but it makes you go, the hell did I just watch? The strange thing about The Johnsons was a short movie that came out in 2011. Now, I'm not trying to be the nostalgia critic or anything like that, but a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago, I watched this movie and I was pretty much dazzled by how different it was. It wasn't the best movie, it had its quirks and faults here and there, but nonetheless, it tried something new. It tried something beyond the definition of creepy, disturbing, repulsive almost. But that's what made it mentionable. That and the fact that though the movie does go for an eerie and serious vibe, there's something ironically funny about it. When the movie starts out, you're greeted with something that sounds like someone chewing on rubber. And when it finally cuts from the title to the opening scene, you find out it's the sound of a teenage boy beating his dick. Just beaten away. I'm not really sure why they thought it was okay to have a scene like this last for anything more than half a second, or maybe instead have an aerial view in which the kid is sitting up and his head blocks the view of the imprint of him beating his dick under the blanket. Anything but this. It just feels like the camera's just screaming to him, beat that dick, boy, beat it, beat it! His father, the protagonist of the story, walks in, sees him beating his dick, in which the kid replies,
Wait, don't! I'm cleaning it.
I'm not.
Not sure how or why he thought that'd be a good explanation to what his dad clearly saw him doing. Number one, you're not cleaning. Number two, I'm more than sure it'd be hard to clean your room while you lay in bed. Or even if his dad had knocked on the door and the kid told him, don't come in here, I'm cleaning in here. I don't think it'd be a sufficient enough excuse for him not to open the door. His dad walks back into the room and he assures him that he's fine with what he just saw him doing.
But what you were doing was completely natural and normal and to be expected. And I just wanted to come in, not to make it weird, but just to make sure you weren't feeling strange.
But little did he know. Yup, that's right. The picture the kid was beating his dick to was his dad. By now, you can see what sets this movie apart from other movies. There hasn't been a single movie that even slightly resembles this one. There might be one or two out there, but I have yet to lay my eyes on it. Anyways, back to the movie. The beginning scene cuts to a failed excuse of what's supposed to be a time skip transition. The dad looks at the kid looks at the dad, and then it cuts to the kid now grown up and married. Horrible, horrible. It's understandable that the purpose for the scene was to add to the already established awkward atmosphere, and to throw in a bit of foreshadowing, but it felt a little rushed, tacky, uncoordinated, questionable. Maybe I shouldn't say uncoordinated because, there's something about the type of music that they chose, even though it sounds like Cinderella Disney music or the type of music that you listen to while, when you're on hold trying to book a reservation for a spa. There's something about it that dynamically complements the quality of the transition. For example, you hear this warm, fluty tone that interprets joy and relaxation, and they've decided to add it to a scene in which you know that both the protagonist and antagonist are troubled. But the music gains even more effect once you see this.
Thanks for everything, Bob.
Do we all say cheese?
You can say cheese, you can say taco, you can say whatever you'd like, but if you could just give me the teeniest, weeniest little...
Yep, the scene cuts to the mother. You know what, maybe I should start addressing them by their real names. His name is Isaiah, the mother's name is Joanne, the dad's name... they don't really say in the movie that much, or maybe at all. Let me go search it up. It is Sydney. Sydney? No wonder you're getting rich. Anyways, the scene cuts to Joanne, the mother, having some irrelevant chat with the guests. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, where's my son? I'm not sure if it's the acting or the writing, but the conversation she has with the guests seems so phony and extremely formal.
Isaiah? Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen him.
I think I may go find him.
Okay, Jen, see you later.
Alrighty.
She goes to look for Isaiah, has some more phony conversation with the people she meets on the way.
Oh, I love it. I'm glad. Have another piece. Okay.
And look what she finds. This man really wants some of that dick. Just look at the intensity. Yes. Yes, please. I gotta get it. I can't live without it. Please, let me get it. The realization scene is just way too unintentionally funny. You've got this mother that's cared after both her husband and and her son for like a lifetime, and then she just sees this. Watch this. She sees what's been going on, and then she decides to walk away and pretend that she didn't see a thing, which personally I think was the wrong move. If I was that wife, I would have given them a piece of my mind. You know, what y'all think y'all doing? The only person allowed to be sucking that dick is me. Joanne starts to cook some food and she tells Isaiah to go get his dad. Meanwhile, the dad, Sydney, is writing up reasons how his son turned out this way. And while he's doing that, he hears someone walking up the steps and he tries to close out the window. And it freezes. Yup. It freezes. Amazing, isn't it? Then he tries to close the error message and that freezes too. Yup. It freezes. Amazing, isn't it? Then he tries to force a shutdown, which then his son just pops up and says,
"Hey, Pop. Time for din-dins."
Doesn't even take notice of the computer, and then he goes back downstairs. And then the computer turns off 2 seconds later. Yup, turns off 2 seconds later. Amazing, isn't it? Then they have the most awkward and just plain fake, phony dinner scene.
You want one of these?
I'm okay.
They're Belgian.
I know. Thank you.
You know these aren't for me, Dad. I got them for you.
I'll have one.
They're Dad's, so you're gonna have to ask him first.
The movie then cuts to a printer, and you find out that the things that he was writing about his son and him, he turned into a book to give to his wife to indirectly confess to her. He places it under a pillow, which a sticker that reads, "Joanne, forgive me," and then he leaves. Right when he's about to walk away, just take a guess of who comes by.
I forgot that toilet was broken. I'm just gonna use yours.
No, that's my. Wait a minute. Your mother's in there.
I can wait.
You see, this is what happens when people don't think properly. In this situation, what you said was, your mother's in there. What you should have said instead was, you have to wait a while. Your mother's putting on her clothes. That way, you'd force him to have to wait on the outside, but you let him get through. The father, Sydney, waits patiently, hoping that his son didn't find the pages, and he starts to hear footsteps. Is it his wife? Is it his son? Who is it? His wife took the cookie from the cookie jar. Who, me? Yes, you could. Okay, it's not her. His son sits down and has a talk with him about what he wrote, and I couldn't really pay much attention to the scene because of how similar he looked to Tyler Perry. Doesn't this man look like Tyler Perry?
And I'm burning this.
Now it's the new year. I failed to mention how much this movie cuts to different scenes quickly with such a short transition. I think it's the fact that it's because it's a short film that they're trying to get their point across while not missing out on key aspects until their budget runs out. I know it gets a bit fast paced or some scenes seem like a bit inadequate, but you really have to, okay, what the hell is going on here? Now we're in the bathroom. Just a man listening to some music while he takes a shower. Nothing wrong with that. So his wife hears him getting raped, and take a look at what she does. She turns up the volume. Tell me this movie isn't a comedy. This man is getting his ass rawed out, and all his wife can do is just turn up the volume on the TV. Tell me you didn't laugh, please. Lie to me, please.
So use them. This poor bastard's gonna die on the slab. We don't work miracles and fast.
The right ventricle's dilated.
Suction! Quick!
Jesus, he needs oxygen.
We're not.
Anyways, guys, that was pretty much half of the strange thing about the Johnsons. If I would have done the full thing, it would have taken a lot longer, and you know how much YouTube doesn't like that, LOL. But this was like my first actual movie review. I've done brief show reviews, movie predictions, but never an actual movie review before. So, you know, tell me if you guys want to see more of these in the comments. Tell me if you just want a part 2, or if you want more of these and a part 2, tell me that too. Anyways, cue the random outro music.
When we start the blessed donkey stops, he won't move, so I quickly ups. Pals start
anyone mind to go?
I want to pretend cheese.
Yeah, the neighbors cry.